was once said, "You don't build greatness from comfort. You build it from pain, purpose, and perseverance." Welcome to Built from Nothing. Real stories of people who turned rock bottom into their rise. This week's story, Marcus Bullock, From Prison to Purpose. What if the worst moment of your life was the beginning of your greatest comeback? Because sometimes it's in the darkest chapters that we find the light. This isn't a story about overnight success. It's about Marcus Bullock, a 15-year-old kid who made one mistake and paid for it with 8 years of his life. But it's not just about what happened. It's about what came next. From a prison cell to a $100 million company. This is what Built from Nothing really looks like. And it all started with rock bottom. Marcus Bullock grew up in Washington, D.C., not rich, not poor, but surrounded by the pressure to prove himself. He lived in a world where choices were limited, but dreams were not. He was smart, ambitious, but like many teens, he craved acceptance and fast success. He hustled candy on the school bus, dreamed of Jordans he couldn't afford. That hunger wasn't for candy or sneakers. It was for value, validation. Then came the mistake that changed everything. At 15, Marcus and a friend carjacked a man in a shopping mall parking lot. No violence, no weapon. But in Virginia, that didn't matter. He was tried as an adult and sentenced to 8 years in prison. Not 8 months, not probation, 8 years. As a child, imagine that. One day you're in biology class. The next, you're staring down steel bars. Thrown into a prison system built for grown men, Marcus was terrified. He was just a kid, and the world saw him as a criminal. The reality hit fast. Concrete walls, cold meals, isolation. He later said, "I became very depressed during those first 2 years. For a while, he gave up. Because in that place, it's easy to forget you even exist." But something, or rather, someone, refused to give up on him. That shift came from one person, his mother. Sometimes all it takes is one person who believes. During a prison visit, she made a promise. "I'm going to write you a letter or send a picture every single day until you're free." And she kept her promise. Every single day. Think about that. 8 years, thousands of messages, unbroken hope. Marcus said, "Those letters saved my life." They reminded him who he was and who he could still become. Through her words and photos, he began to visualize a life outside those walls. A world that told him he was finished. His mother's letters said, "You still matter." For 8 years, that daily reminder became his hope, a vision of something greater, a new life, a second chance. In 2004, Marcus walked out of prison a free man. Free but not unscarred, determined but not yet whole. But freedom didn't feel free. Every job application asked the same thing. Have you ever been convicted of a felony? Door after door slammed shut. No one would hire him. No one would listen. He slept in his car. But the letters had changed him. They taught him to fight. They taught him to believe. They gave him a blueprint for resilience. He started a construction business, not just for himself, but to employ other returning citizens, people like him, people trying to rebuild. But there was a question he couldn't shake. What if every incarcerated person could feel what I felt? That daily love, that connection? What if mail could be more than paper? What if it could be hope? That question became a mission, and that mission became a company. Flickshop. Founded in 2012, Flickshop lets anyone send a photo and message as a postcard to an incarcerated loved one, all for just 99 cents. He named it after flicks, prison slang for pictures, and it was simple. Take a photo, type a message, hit send. Flickshop prints and mails it straight to a prison cell. At first, Marcus did everything himself. He built the tech, mailed the cards, folded, stamped, shipped. Startup grit, with a purpose. It started small, but grew fast, because something was missing in the system. Human connection. Families cried getting photos. Inmates wept opening birthday wishes. One word, love, on a postcard could change everything. Flickshop expanded nationwide. It's now used in over 3,000 correctional facilities. Over 500,000 postcards have been sent, and counting. Marcus earned recognition from leaders like John Legend. He joined accelerators like Techstars. He spoke on stages across the country. But it didn't stop there. Because success alone isn't the goal. It's what you do with it. Marcus launched the Flickshop School of Business, a program that teaches tech, business, and entrepreneurship to people coming out of prison. He began hiring returning citizens, giving them not just a job, but a chance, because he knew what it felt like to be denied, to be labeled, to be forgotten. And he was determined to be the person that once saved him. In 2020, Marcus and his mother received the Advocate of Hope Award. From a prison visitor to a business partner, they now work side by side. Marcus says, "Now I wake up and see my mom on Zoom, helping us build second chances for others." What began as survival has become legacy. He's not just building a business, he's building a legacy, one postcard at a time. Flickshop isn't about tech, it's about people, it's about stories, it's about reminding someone on the inside, you still matter. Marcus Bullock's story is proof. You are not your past. You are not your mistake. You are what you choose to do next. From a prison cell, he built purpose. From rejection, he built opportunity. From nothing, he built hope. So, if you've ever felt counted out, if you've ever felt like it's too late, remember this. Even rock bottom is a foundation. Remember Marcus, because he was built from nothing. And maybe, so are you. If this story moved you, hit subscribe. Because this is just the beginning. More real stories, more real comebacks, only on Built from Nothing.